You know, Wike is always looking for puppets. That's why he has found himself in this quagmire with Fubara. And I commend Governor Fubara for dealing decisively with him. That's how to deal with tyrants. You must show them that they are, you reduce them to nothing and show them that they are absolutely nothing. Wike is nothing without politics. He's nothing without our political coffers. The reason why he's making so much noise and constituting nuisance all over the place is because of our collective patrimony that he loots and steals, because of the land he's grabbing in the FCT. That's why he's making this much noise. Buhari arrested me almost about 11 or 12 times in 8 years when Wike was having a field day looting Rivers money. We put our life on the line for this country. Clowns and charlatans like Nyesom Wike will open his dirty mouth and tell us that I'm claiming that I'm an activist. Wike wants everyone to leave politics to rogues like him, people that change election results and falsify election results. His idea of nation building is where rogues like himself will be in charge at the helm of affairs. You know, so all citizens of conscience should get involved in politics. I have no interest in politics anymore. I have gone, I have tried, I have seen that they can never change. They are dirty people. They do not play by the books. Even when I was in PDP, I was always criticizing them. And Wike himself can attest to this. I'm not a stranger to him. Because he knows I'm from Kogi. And he gave full detail of me, which means he knows I'm not a stranger to him. We talk on WhatsApp, we talk all the time. So, but that would not make me to see Wike doing the wrong thing and stop criticizing. I will criticize him. There was a time I criticized him vehemently and he called and was saying, why am I criticizing? I said, I will criticize you. No matter what, I will criticize you. It does not mean because you are my friend, you will be doing the wrong thing, I will keep quiet. Never. I will criticize you. His friends called me. Fayose called me. The former Attorney General, all his friends called me. But I continue to criticize them. And I have severally praised Wike for doing the right thing. If he does the right thing, I will praise him. If he steals people's land, grabs people's land, I will also criticize him. It's nothing personal. When he started saying he wanted to bring secondaries, we said, no, Wike, you swore that it is going to be Jimmy Agbaje. You swore that it was based on equity, that Southwest has never produced PDP before. But you know, Wike does not have integrity. He does not know what integrity is. His words mean nothing. That was why at the PDP National Convention, before he lost, you know, he swore that whatever happened, he will abide by the outcome. Look at today. Wike said PDP is cancer. APC is cancer. PDP is malaria. But today, Wike is mingling with cancer. Same Wike with the same mouth. He speaks from both sides of his mouth. Which is partly why I made the 360 turn and I said, no, this man does not have integrity. That was why I stopped talking to him at that time. In fact, he promised me that he was going to support me. He could have, you know, Wike, typical Wike, just like he deceived Peter Obi. Peter Obi kept going to him, he was encouraging him, but he went behind his back and sabotaged him. For somebody whose only achievement is, and he has never worked anywhere, contrary, unlike me, my records of my service, whether in my personal business and the places I've worked are there. This man has never worked anywhere. From a local guy, from a motor garage tout, he became local government chairman. From then, he has been betraying people. The only difference between Wike and Portable is that Portable does not betray people that have helped him. But Wike betrays everyone that has helped him. Wike betrayed Goodluck Jonathan. Wike betrayed Goodluck Jonathan's wife. Wike betrayed Rotimi Amechi. Wike betrayed Peter Odili, people that have helped him. Is it Tinubu that Wike will not betray? Even President Tinubu is not that dull. He's politically savvy. He knows. He's just using the long spoon to deal with him. And there's nothing you do with Wike that is safe. Wike is the reason why they raided the home of judges. You remember now when they raided the home of judges. Wike is one of the reasons, allegedly, why the former CCJN was removed from office. He kept going around saying that he has judiciary in his pocket and he was mentioning names. So there is, the only difference between him and Portable is that when you do something with Portable, at least Portable will not go against you and betray you. But no matter what you do for Nyesom Wike, he will betray you. No matter what you do for him. So I'm not surprised that elders that should be confident, the people that, in his response to our criticism of him trying to buy the judiciary and pocket the judiciary, he said it is the president that asked him to be building houses for judges and giving judges cars. Was he not building houses for judges when he was governor in Rivers State? Was it Bola Ahmed Tinubu that told him to build houses and be buying cars for judges when he was in Rivers State? All this land grabbing that he's doing, the people that are doing deals with him, he will still expose all of them. All the land grabbing. He already said, he's allegedly saying that it is Tinubu that is telling him to grab people's land in the FCT. That it is Tinubu's wife that is telling him to grab people. He's telling people already, go to the FCT and the FCTA. He has turned the place to Obi Akbo. All Rivers people, he made them to imagine in the FCTA now and the FCT. Directors now report to Wike's aides from Rivers State. What a shame and a parody of some sort. He's a maximum ruler. Bullies people, just a bloody bully and a coward. Bullies people in the FCT, insults people anyhow, talk to people anyhow. Same Wike was talking in this interview that Bala Mohammed, he said that Bala Mohammed should never have been the chairman of PDP Governors Forum. That in PDP that they do it based on a rotation, north south. Okay, after Mimiko was PDP Governors Forum chairman, the next chairman was Fayose, his friend. It is always the most senior person, the most senior governor, the most senior ranking governor that becomes the Governor Forum chairman. Do you understand? So when his friend Fayose took over after Mimiko, he did not see anything wrong in it. But now he sees something wrong in it. Same Wike is insulting the revered Professor Chidi Odekalu, who has been critical of him trying to compromise our judiciary, saying that Wike calls some people, he said they are Arise lawyers. Look at Wike, that has never worked anywhere in his... Let Wike bring his CV. Where has Wike ever worked? 9 to 5 has he ever done in his life? Whose salary has he ever paid? Imagine Wike threatening a director in FCDA to resign just because of selfish interest. If he wants to do anything in your department and you don't agree, he will bully you. He will force you to resign, or he will make your directorate redundant. And the people are scared of him, they cannot speak. And this is why I'm making myself available to them, all of them that Wike is bullying in FCT and FCDA. Come to me, I will help you. Come to me, I will deal with him for you. Report him to me, I'm his organ, I will deal with him. No, you know he does not like to follow due process of law. If he had followed due process of law in the aspects concerning Ruga community and all the places that were demolished in Sabo Lugbe and everywhere, I would have messaged him and said, before demolition, do this, do this. So a man just come brashly, without following the process of law, start demolishing poor people's home. You say I should engage him. That's an unreasonable person. The only language is like during Buhari, they kept reaching out to me during Buhari. I refused to engage them because they are unreasonable government. A government that will just come and start shooting protesters. Do you know how many Shiites Buhari killed? You want me to engage that kind of government? Wike is an unreasonable person. I know him very well. This is the only way. And we have achieved our aim. What we wanted to achieve, we got him to go there. The people are now being they are going to be relocated. Is the Deji Adeyanju 1, Wike 0. And if he does it again, I will do it again to him. Nobody changes a winning strategy. My strategy was to intimidate him. And he said nobody can intimidate him. I already intimidated him already. And if he does it again, I will intimidate him again. That one is not, he says, nobody changes the winning strategy. It's a strategy that works for me. If he goes after poor people's home again, I will do to him same thing that I've done to him now, and we will get justice for the victims. Because there's due process of law. You are supposed to have gone to the tribunal, do the procedure. If the people loses, the people have right of appeal to the High Court. None of those due process of law was followed. He just took bulldozers and went to bulldoze their houses and claims that they are shanties. That is invariably saying that poverty is a crime. What crime have the people committed by being poor? There will always be the poor among us. Even during the time of the prophets, the poor were always among us. And we must tolerate the poor, because if we don't tolerate the poor will have no option but to eat the rich. And the rich will not be able to sleep if the poor cannot sleep. So that's one. On the second issue of what should be the political solution to the Rivers State impasse, believe me, there's nothing that Fubara will do that will make Wike to back down. Wike, all of us in this new room knows Wike. He's a totalitarian. He does not believe in middle ground. He will not shift. The governor has shifted severally, numerously. The way out is for the governor to confront him frontally. Like the way we have come. Wike does not like to be challenged. Once you challenge him, you know, he becomes very jittery, you know, and starts talking anyhow. So the governor should challenge him headlong. There is no issue. The law is settled that when people defect, they lose their seat. It's settled law. The Supreme Court has said it. Then they went and got a lower court to make another ruling on the same subject matter. So Fubara should just man up and challenge the guy. He's not God. This God complex that Wike has, that his words are supreme, his decree. He believes that this is a dictatorship. The same treatment that Wike has given to people that have supported him, he will give it to Tinubu. Tinubu will not be an exception. And assuming without considering that I went to beg Wike, like he said in his interview, about over 8 years ago. So that means Wike is the oracle of PDP, is the one that makes people in PDP. So why couldn't he make himself PDP presidential candidate? Why couldn't Wike make himself PDP presidential candidate? Since he's the oracle of PDP, he's the one that determines who gets what, when, and how in PDP. Okay, why couldn't the oracle of PDP, why couldn't he make himself PDP presidential candidate in the last primaries? Even in my little corner, I've been able to get Wike to be uncomfortable. In my little corner, I've been able to get Wike to be uncomfortable. I got Wike to leave his office, and he went to the community to address them. Do you know what it takes to get somebody like Wike that is full of himself to leave his comfort zone? Do you know what it means to get Wike to summon a media party after going to Ruga? And we'll continue to do it. It does not matter if tomorrow Wike is the victim. We will still activate for, after all, people that have jailed us, we have activated for them in the past. So who is Wike? Where are the people that were feeling so powerful? Where is El-Rufai today? There was nothing El-Rufai didn't do in this town. Where is El-Rufai today? And just like I've said, you know, a word is enough for the wise. Wike is 11 years older than me, but he's seeing himself as a grandfather today. Maybe by explaining himself, it's enough satisfaction for me personally. And this is a promise to Nyesom Wike that I will do more. I will make him to do more shalaye.
I keep saying this about elections in Nigeria, and I will keep saying it until it sinks. And it appears that political parties, even candidates, do not get it yet. Trust INEC at your own risk. In fact, trust INEC at your own peril. We saw what happened in the 2023 presidential election, trusting INEC. One would have thought that the political parties would have learned their lessons by now and put structures in place to put INEC in check. But that was not done. We can complain that the APC or even the PDP or any political party rigs. At the end of the day, we blame. Come on social media and wherever we have the opportunity, we rant, we pass the blame. But the truth of the matter is, we have a responsibility to put these people in check. We can do it and we should do it. Security agencies, thugs, political parties, INEC, judiciary, we can put all of them in check if only we did some simple things. Number one, don't trust INEC. You must understand that elections is not just about going there out to canvass for votes and then staying at the polling unit to make sure that you defend your vote. That is not elections. Election starts way before. In fact, in canvassing for votes, you must be careful to make sure that the people you are canvassing to are not discouraged from coming out. So it will be useless if you went out, you canvassed for votes, people show you so much love, but there's propaganda and violent threats in place to discourage them from coming out. So in the end, there is voter apathy of what use or benefit is your canvassing for votes. So as you go out to canvass for votes, you must make sure you put structures and things in place to take care of propaganda and threats of violence that may discourage people from coming out to come and vote. Now that's before. During the elections, structures must be put in place. We know now, even from INEC laws, the Supreme Court rulings in the 2023 presidential elections, that the polling unit is the basic unit, the basic building block of election results in Nigeria. But it is not everything about elections in Nigeria. Now, from what we have seen, particularly from this report that Osita Chidoka made, we can see that the rigging process has now shifted to collation. Collation. So what should we be doing? We should do one of two things. Number one, push for reforms. Push for reforms. When we push for reforms, we cannot be divided along ethnics or religious lines. Ethnic or religious lines. We cannot. Let's push for reforms. Reforms such as tinkering with the Electoral Act 2022 to make it compulsory for INEC to do electronic transmission of results from the polling units to their servers, and for INEC to do electronic computation or electronic collation. Electronic collation is easy. You can still continue with your manual collation, but that will just be back up just in case there are issues with hacking and all that. And even issues with hacking, you can put electronic measures in place to bring that or to reduce the risk to a very bearable minimum. So we should push for that reform, but nobody's pushing it yet. Number two, we must now begin to educate our polling unit agents. We must now begin to educate our polling unit agents on what to do from polling units to ward collation center, because that's where the collation rigging begins. When you wait for the state, which is the final for a governorship election, or you wait for the national, which is the final for presidential election, when you wait for that, the rigging is already concluded. It has become hardened before it gets there. So the rigging takes place between the polling unit and the ward collation center. Now, then, all the shout that we see at the national or at the final collation center, all those shouts should be happening at the ward. We should be seeing evidence live from all of the world, all where things are going wrong. Because the truth of the matter is that they can't do it in all of the world. How many are they? We need to learn this. If not, we'll keep continuing to make the same mistakes that they just made now in Edo. And it's not like I'm in support of APC or PDP. But the truth of the matter is, when the electoral process gets subverted like this, it puts the rest of us at risk of future elections. That's why we must act right now, push for reforms, and also begin to educate our party agent, our political party candidates, and even the political parties. Educate them. They are supposed to be educating the people, but we need to educate them. That they should begin to take the orientation and the training and the sensitization of their agents very, very seriously. If not, they'll continue to rig you out too, and you continue to come out and shout, and they'll tell you to go to court, and you will not have anything to present.